This is gonna be the technical part. Oh yeah. Technical parts. Oh yeah. Just like that. Easy right there. Nice, it's opened up. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today's video, I'm out by Huntington Lake riding at China Peak Bike Park. So this is my home bike park. This is the bike park that I go to, I want to say, almost all the time in the summertime. I do get a season pass, and I've been going for about the past 3 to 4 years, I want to say. This is where I really learned how to mountain bike through like techie terrain. So this bike park, although it isn't the best looking, doesn't have the best lifts or anything like that, it definitely has, in my opinion, some of the best terrain that I really like. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys an overview of some of the trails and then what I think of the bike park, especially now since I feel like they have restricted some of the days where you can only come on Saturdays, and they only have a select few Sundays that you can ride here. Thank you. All right, this is the first lap, and it's gonna be on Eastside, which is a good warm-up trail. It is a blue, but pretty mellow blue, I would say. All right, have to get used to all this dust and rocks underneath the dust. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here you definitely have to be careful with your front braking as well, just because it's so dusty, and you can lose the front so easy. Alright, now we're gonna go to the jump line up in the air. It's not really like the best jump line, but it's pretty fun, I would say. Pretty pedally for a jump line, for sure. Nice. Nice. All right. The other part is kind of rampy. It's not really the best. So I usually don't do the other half of up in the air. Plus you don't get to hit this super fun section right here. That's the end of Private Idaho. Nice. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and hit Primo. Primo is definitely like a little bit more of a challenging blue, pretty technical, especially in the lower part. I would definitely say it's just a little bit harder than Eastside. So if you can hit Eastside confidently, you can probably hit Primo with a good amount of confidence as well. Oh yeah, this is definitely one of those sections where it just gets so janky. This definitely is a trail where you get to experience the China Peak Blue. This China Peak is not really easy for beginners, just as a bike park in general. And the trails are definitely harder than they come off as. So I would say riding here, definitely speed is your best friend, especially through the technical bits, just because it'll flow a lot better. And of course, you do have to have a good amount of confidence just in tech in general. So definitely can be hard for some people to ride this bike park, especially if you're used to, like, for example, Snow Summit, which I've ridden before. And Snow Summit is definitely not like this. Yeah, there's definitely a reason why this bike park is just known to be just super raw and kind of unforgiving sometimes. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of those bike parks that just really build your wrist strength and grip strength, just trying to hold on. So this trail that I'm on is a green trail, so this will give you a sense of what most green trails are like. It's like the ending bits of a green trail. All right, and that's the first lap down. All right, this is the top part and the connecting that will take you to private Idaho or berms. It is definitely blown out. They had the downhill, I think it's called the Southwest Downhill Race here last weekend, so definitely pretty blown out from that race. All right, we're gonna take private Idaho. Oh yeah, definitely blown out. Let's take the up high line. Nice. Oh, big old boulder in the way. Go up this high line right here. Oop, that was not the line. You can make it through. That's what I like about this trail, is even if you can't get it through it, can't talk. You can't get through it cleanly, you can usually get through it, which is really nice. All right, now this is gonna be the harder way down the mountain. If you go down this way, it's definitely just harder. So this is triple bypass, Rancheria, Marty's, Juniper Ridge. You have the option of doing Rancheria or Marty's. I'm gonna do Marty's, but both pretty difficult ways to get down the mountain. And it's just triple bypass. It is a blue, it's pretty fast blue, as you can see. Oh yeah, you are just cooking through that. Alright, we're gonna take the middle way through triple, which is this one. Nice. Oop, launched us. So this is the track they race for the downhill, so definitely expecting it to just be blown. All right, Marty's gonna go to the left. Rancheria is gonna be to the right. Marty's does have a little bit of a climb, so we'll cut in after the climb. All right, after that short climb, now we begin the descent. So kind of flowing some sections, pretty technical. This is gonna be the technical part. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, interesting. I feel like this rock wasn't here last time. All right. Go through there. Nice. So you get a little break from all the tech right here, and then you go right back into the tech over here. Oop. Steep, kind of shooty right here. Oh boy, yikes. And then it brings you back. And this is Primo right here. This is Burnout. We'll see if we'll do the whole thing. It gets super steep. It's rated as a black, but honestly I think it's more of like a double black just because of how steep it is. So we'll see how it rides. Oop, already offline. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was not set up for that. All right, well, you can see how it's set up. You have a few drops right here. You could roll them, but they're just so steep of a drop off. I guess you could roll it, but it would be pretty sketchy. Then you have a tight right-hander and then a tight left-hander, and then the exit. This is my second lap, so really trying not to go too crazy just yet. My foot's not even clipped in. Oh, come on. Nah, it doesn't want to clip in. Okay. We're just riding the cranks then. All right, so that's Burnout. Pretty difficult at that top half. Second half, not too bad, but really short trail. It has a huge drop off if you saw to the left, but I usually skip it just because there's not really, it's straight to flat and it's pretty harsh. Right, so we've done 2 laps, and I would say we've done about 50% of the trails here. On Eastside, up in the air. Then we did triple bypass, private Idaho, Marty's, Primo. So a good portion of the blue and black trails. I'd say so far it's pretty good. It's somewhat blown out, given that it is the second week of it being open, but they did have the races. After we finish these last 2 laps, then I'll go ahead and give you guys a review. All right, now we got Westridge. Oh man, my legs are so sore. I did leg day yesterday, and yeah, definitely feeling it. I definitely went the Tom's Platts method, if you know who that is, of leg day, and just absolutely cooked my legs. So running a little bit slow today. All right, nice. Oh no, went low line. Usually want to stay high line up there. So that's a pretty techie bit up top. Oh yeah, wow, this is already pretty blown out, super sandy. Struggling to stay on line. Oh yeah. Ooh. and that leads you into Deadwood. All right, so this is Deadwood. Deadwood is a black, it's a pretty tame one actually, but the only thing that makes it a little bit scary is the dust. This is probably one of the dustiest trails, and it has like these bermy corners that you can't really trust all the way, and it just feels awkward riding through them sometimes. So gonna try to focus on going smooth, not necessarily fast through it. All right. Oh yeah, wow, that is super blown. And that'll lead you to this green trail over here, Bud's Bypass. Pretty fun, very mellow. It's a little bit of a pedal, but something pretty mellow where it allows you to just relax. All right, and then this is Gnarly. Gnarly is definitely, as it says, pretty gnarly. It's wow, pretty blown out already. It's a very dusty trail in the upper half. Lower half, it just turns straight rocky. Has a really cool rock slab. Oop, I almost lose traction right there. I think I gotta put on a larger stem in the front. I think this 35mm is way too small. But yeah, Gnarly is pretty dusty upper half, so like this right here. So definitely have to be careful. And then once we get to the lower half, you'll see it's pretty rocky. So it has a double black line, and this is it right here. You're gonna see all the way to the left up here. You're gonna have this rock slab that you go up. Oop. Did not carry enough speed for that. You go up this rock right here, and then you go down right there, and you'll kind of just, it's like an elevator of just rocks. I'll go back up and do it real quick. Forget my line year over year, but this one you definitely don't need too much speed. You just need to know how to place the bike. It's also really good if you can just keep your feet on the pedals, because you will need to accelerate through some of the little bit, I guess, technical parts. Oh yeah, just like that, and bam. It looks pretty scary, but it's not too bad once you've done it a few times. You definitely want to have good body placement for sure. What the fuck was that? Alright, whatever. Some type of warthog or big old fucking squirrel or something. And then here's this fun rock slab right here. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. And the rest of this is somewhat pedally. You can go right here and just skip the rest of this pedally part. I'm gonna go through it just to show you guys. Oh yeah, still quite a bit of mud from the snow. Ooh, that was a drop. Wow, this is way more muddier than I was anticipating. All right, after that pedally section, here's the rock garden. Man, the hand fatigue is real. This place definitely fatigues the hell out of your hands. Will give you insane arm pump. right, this is gonna be the last lap of the day. We're gonna be doing private Idaho down to Triple Bypass and then Rancheria. Oh. Oh man. Oh yeah, that is rutted. Nice. All right, last trail of the day, Rancheria. So Rancheria was part of the Southwest downhill race, so expecting it to be pretty blown out and for the lines to really be definitive, I would say. Looks like they made a new upper line, took out some of the chunk. Still decently chunky though. Nice. All right, here come the rock rolls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got a little bit too crazy right there. Nice, it's opened up just a little bit. Definitely can't go as fast as some of the people on the downhill bikes, but for an all mountain bike, I'd say can go decently quick. Oh yeah. All right. So instead of going straight down, I'm gonna go to the right of this berm right here. Yep, so you can see you go straight, that's the race line, but I'm gonna take the fun line where this trail I think really gets its hardness from. This is definitely like the techier part, scarier part, I'd say. Oh, oh yeah. Just trying to keep your speed through all the tech is where I think it really makes this trail a black. One of the tougher blacks, definitely at China Peak. Oh yeah. This part is where it gets kind of pedally. Alright, after that pedally bit, you get this fun part, the drop. A little bit more chunk. And then that'll be the end. And I'll see you guys back at the car. Alright, and that's going to be it for today. So for the review part, I think that China Peak is a great bike park, no doubt. For me, I can't lump it into one where I did Dodge Ridge, and I think I gave Dodge Ridge like a 7.5 or an 8. I think for China Peak, I really want to just separate it because the trails are spectacular and they've been here for some time. They've been here for almost, I have no idea, like 10 plus years. So like they have a lot of good trails, a lot of technical trails. I would say for the trails, I would rate them like an 8.5 out of 10. But then the lift itself, like how they load your bike, they load it onto a hook, which I really don't like. It scratches the paint and like it scratches the frame, and you might be like, oh well, it's a mountain bike. Well, but still, like, you know, you want your bike to look good. The lifts are kind of slow as well, and I think the overall like lodge isn't that great. The food isn't like amazing. The facility is pretty dated. So for facilities and like the lifts, I would have to give it like a 6 out of 10. And like, this is my honest review because I'm not paid by China Peak, and I'm definitely not getting any discounts. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you agree with my rating, or if you've never checked it out, definitely recommend at least check out China Peak, because the trails here are amazing. You won't be let down by that. You'll be let down by everything else, but not the trails. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thank you.